so you can keep your cool for longer. By 5-Hour Energy. Hours of energy now, no crash later. And by T-Mobile's family plans with unlimited data, talk, and text. Step up to nationwide 4G. Beautiful Saturday afternoon here in New York City. The rains of yesterday seem to have washed away a lot of the humidity. A.J. Burnett is on the mound. Now let's take a look at the Rays starting lineup presented by Hyundai that he is going to face. Johnny Damon is in the lineup. He'll be the DH leading off. Batting second, playing right field, Ben Zobrist. Evan Longoria at third base will hit third. Cleaning up first baseman Casey Kochman. B.J. Upton in center field will bat fifth. Batting sixth and playing left field, Matt Joyce. Sean Rodriguez at second, bat seventh. Batting eighth and catching, John Jaso. And Reed Brignac, the shortstop, will bat ninth.
Well, the Tampa Bay Rays going to face A.J. Burnett this afternoon. We'll take a look at his numbers on the year. 8-7, an ERA just over 4, 94 hits and 113 2/3. And we'll look at our Jeep pitcher scouting report. It was an ugly seventh inning his last time out in Cleveland. 4 runs, a 3-run shot by Austin Kearns. And a simple formula for A.J. If he throws a ball over the plate, he will be successful. And sleep is overrated. He's 5-1 during day games this year. A.J. doesn't like to sleep at night.
Let's do it as the first pitch is up and away, and we are underway. Damon 1 hit in his last 9 at-bats, 279 overall. That one is drilled deep to right field, but foul. Johnny's a better hitter on the road, 305 on the road, 236 at the Trop.
Missed the first game of the series, was hit by a pitch, and the numbers very respectable. 9 home runs, 41 RBIs. The Rays raving about him on the field with those numbers, but also in the clubhouse.
Johnny, 17 home runs in 77 games here at the new Yankee Stadium. Players to win rings with the Yankees and Red Sox, being both teams. And the 2-1. Outside 3-1. That's what Johnny did with the Yankees the final season. He ended up winning the title, but he put up good numbers, and he is marching toward 3,000, and certainly he does not even try to hide it. I want 3,000 hits. He's going to have to stick around a couple of years. The 3-1. There's a strike.
Well, I thought he was slowing down a little bit last year, Michael. The numbers in Detroit were not great, but he's kind of bouncing back here at a nice first half in Tampa.
Three-2. Grounded to first. Teixeira gobbles it up. Steps on the bag, and there's one away. Let's check out the Yankee defense, brought to you by your Mercedes-Benz Tri-State dealer. Gardner, Granderson, and Jones left to right. Nick Swisher bothered by a sore calf. Then in the infield, Nunez, Jeter, Cano, and Teixeira. Alex Rodriguez torn meniscus. That's in the infield. That's third to first. Russell Martin behind the plate. And Alan James Burnett is on the mound. We'll talk about Alex a little bit as we move along, as he's trying to decide whether or not to have surgery to correct the issue or try to play through it. Here's Ben Zobrist. Swing and a miss was a double short of the cycle in Thursday's 5-1 Rays victory. He has 8 hits in his last 12 at-bats. Zobrist played second on Thursday, and today he's at right. Let's look at the game time weather presented by Bigelow Tea. 84 degrees, 46% humidity, 11 miles per hour is the wind, and the forecast is mostly sunny. Just a beautiful day here in the Bronx. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Very early, but looks like A.J. is locked in.
Well, I think Zobrist just saw the best sequence of pitches from A.J. obviously early on. A good curveball to finish him off, but he had a changeup first pitch, fastball second, and the strikeout pitch, the big power curveball down.
Here's Evan Longoria. 5 hits in his last 11 at-bats. Since June 11th, he's driven in 29 runs. It's great numbers against Burnett. 13 for 35. That's 371. Longoria was the DH on Thursday. Sean Rodriguez played third and really had two very good plays against Jeter. Otherwise, we wouldn't be talking about a march to 3,000. Derek would be celebrating getting 3,000. 1-1. Fouled away.
A good fastball there from AJ. I've been impressed with his changeup early on in the first inning. Russell Martin doing a nice job calling it. He's thrown a couple of good ones.
Swing and a miss. Longoria down, and the Rays go down 1-2-3 on 13 pitches. Derek Jeter 2 away, leads off the bottom of the first. Tampa Bay doesn't score in the top. David Price on the mound for the Rays. Let's take a look at the Yankees starting lineup presented by HP. The captain, the shortstop, Derek Jeter, leads off. Batting second, the center fielder, Curtis Granderson. Mark Teixeira at first base will hit third. Cleaning up, second baseman Robinson Cano. Russell Martin will catch. He'll bat fifth. Batting sixth, DHing Jorge Posada. Andrew Jones in right field will bat seventh. The number 8 hitter, third baseman Eduardo Nunez. And Brett Gardner is in left field. He is going to bat ninth.
Now batting for the Yankees, number 2, Derek Jeter. Number 2.
With the late Bob Shepard doing the honors, Derek Jeter introduced to the crowd and a standing ovation. His nervous dad, Charles, has been along for the ride since the very beginning. Is it 3K today? He's 2 away, and Derek will come to the plate. So here's Derek. Derek has some history with Price in terms of milestones. He tied the Yankees all-time hit record, tied Lou Gehrig with a home run off of David Price. And the lefty deals. And there's a strike. To a man, the Rays are excited about seeing the 3,000 hit as long as it doesn't win a game or driving a run. But I don't think any of the pitchers want to be the one to give it up. Pitch outside, 1-1.
You know, obviously a visiting player coming to New York playing the Yankees is a big deal, and on this weekend it's going to be even more exciting with Derek going for 3,000. Joe Maddon's club, they've not shied away from it. Looking forward to it, enjoying the moment.
1-2. 4 of the last 6 players to reach the 3,000 hit mark collected 99 and 3,000 in consecutive at-bats. Biggio, Ripken, Boggs, and Gwynn. That's how Derek Jeter's hits break down. And the 1-2. 2-2. Most in this crowd standing. Not everyone, but most. And they are anxious to see history today. The 2-2. And the count 3-2. Jim Wolf is the home plate umpire.
David Price threw back-to-back fastballs that were very close to being strike 3. Pretty good pitch inside. Jim Wolf, home plate umpire, does not give him the call.
Derek has 4 hits and 18 at-bats since coming off the DL. And the 3-2. Crowd hanging on every pitch. A ball that was clearly foul. Ooh and ah because he hit it. Derek's best inning this year has been the first inning. 22 for 58. That's 379. An on-base percentage of 455. Price deals. Another foul ball. Jeter, a .307 hitter in day games, .239 during night games this year. And the Yankees have been great in the day, 24-5 in day games. And the 3-2. Grounded through for a base hit. He's one away. .2,999 hits for Derek Jeter, trying to become the first Yankee to ever get 3,000. And now the crowd is pumped because they're thinking we could be here for this milestone. And his family box on the first base side, everybody's pretty excited. Here's Granderson. There's a strike. That was a pretty impressive at bat, John.
Yeah, a lot of fastballs from Price, and the last one down and in, and Derek Jeter just drops the bat head. Base hit into left field. This place is going to be going crazy the rest of the afternoon.
Can you imagine every time he comes up now, he's right there, right on the precipice of history, and this place will be up for grabs. So Derek comes through. He had a hit in his first at bat on Thursday, and they're saying today's the day. Well, now it's a lot more realistic with that first inning single. The 1-1. Check swing fouled away.
Watch David Price work early in ball games. He's really proud of his fastball, and he has a good one in the mid-90s. Really tries to establish that pitch first time through an order. Derek Jeter able to take advantage, fastball after fastball, and he finally got one he can handle.
Popped up and out of play. Jeter leads off first. Price tosses over. That one is looped into center field, and it's caught by the shortstop Brignac as Jeter gets back to first. Let's listen to Mick Keller, the Yankee first base coach, as Jeter approached first after that single. So he gets a good rip out of Mick.
Mick's Mike, I like that.
Here's Mark Teixeira. Pitch outside, 1-0. Now, a big story in New York is that yesterday's game was rained out and that there is not a day-night doubleheader today. The Rays had an opportunity to agree to a day-night doubleheader. Both teams have to agree. The Yankees obviously did. The Rays said no, they elected not to. Now, that's their right. They elected to play on an off day in September. The thing that has angered some people is that they elected to play a day-night doubleheader when they come back in August or in September, but they didn't want to play one today. And it doesn't quite make sense. Why not today? You don't have Alex Rodriguez, you don't have Swisher. Mariano's been battling an elbow problem, and you elected not to play the day-nighter today. And that's the point of argument right now. Now, the Yankees could have just demanded a straight doubleheader. But the Yankee thinking was they were trying to get the fans who bought tickets yesterday to be able to see the game today. If it's a straight doubleheader, the people that are in the ballpark would get 8 chances to see Jeter, and the people that bought tickets yesterday still wouldn't be able to go. So that's what the hubbub was about leading into this game. So there will not be a split doubleheader today, nor will there be a doubleheader tomorrow. That game's on September 22nd.
Yeah, and you feel bad for the fans who came last night. I mean, sensing that history could have been made, and they don't get an opportunity today. But I guess from the Rays standpoint, Michael, they also feel like they're a beat-up ball club. But when you look at it, it might have done the Yankees a little bit of a favor with all the injuries that they have, but obviously don't get 2 games.
There's a ground ball, a short, over to second, on to first, a 6-4-3 double play, and that will do it. But the fans, while they're rooting for the Yankees, they certainly got what they wanted. Derek Jeter leads off, battles Price, and then grounds one through the left side of the infield. He's 1 away from 3,000. Stick around, it'll be fun today on Yes. It's time for the Toyota text poll. Today's question is, after Derek Jeter, who do you think will be the next player to reach 3,000 hits? You can text your vote to 58772. Standard text messaging rates apply. And here you go. Pudge Rodriguez is closest. He's 39 years old. Does he hang around? Omar Vizquel's 44, and he needs 169 hits. Alex Rodriguez would seem as if he's the best bet at 35. And then Johnny Damon at 26-62. He's 37 years old. So who do you think is next? Well, Derek's obviously next, but we'll see when he gets there. He's 1 away now after that first inning single. George Brett had a conference call the other day, and he said when Derek was 3 away, the third hit is going to be difficult. The second one will be easier. The toughest one will be the first with 1 left. He said because he's going to have to start thinking, I got to breathe. He said it's going to be pressure, almost like World Series pressure. He said, I don't think he's going to realize how much pressure it'll be.
Well, when I hear that, you know, maybe that's good news for Derek Jeter, because we've never seen him show any signs of pressure in a World Series moment.
Right.
Big moments. I mean, he's handled it all perfectly. And, you know, just watching him in between at bats and the on deck circle, he seems like he's pretty relaxed. I can't imagine.
And really the only pressure involved in this, John, is to get it here. I mean, he's going to get it.
Yes.
It's not as if there's a clock ticking and when the clock goes off he can't get that hit. He's going to get his 3,000 hit, but he wants to get it at Yankee Stadium.
Well, how about maybe it'd be a little bit easier if there's a runner in scoring position, you know, in a part of a game where he's really got to bear down, where the game is actually
right
on the line or important by driving in a run.
Kochman with a ground ball, a second. 1 away. IOTV offers incredible HD picture and sound. Get the best in HD free. IOTV is the official HD service provider of Yankees baseball on Yes. Of all the players that have been teammates of Derek's, including you, John, the one thing that resonates when you talk about him is his ability to remain calm and collected under pressure. It seems like he plays almost in a different zone than other people, and in basketball they say the game slows down, and a lot of you guys have said that for Jeter it seems like it slows down as well.
Yeah, I was amazed, you know, lucky enough my first year here with the Yankees, have all those playoff games with the Red Sox in 03, go to the World Series against the Marlins in 03, and as a teammate sitting on the bench, you feel the stress, you feel the pressure, and then you watch Derek go out there and take a bad swing and just kind of laugh it off like it's a spring training game. I mean, that's really the way he treats every game and every at bat. You don't expect it to be any different going for 3,000.
The 1-1. Upton takes a strike. Now you don't want to let the game get lost in Jeter's pursuit, but boy, AJ looked very, very sharp. But he looked very sharp in Cleveland in the first 6 innings, but he actually looked sharper tonight or today than he did then. His pitches are right where they want him to be. He's got life on his fastball. His breaking ball is sharp, mixing in a change. Freddie Garcia was supposed to start yesterday against Jeremy Hellickson. Both of those guys have been skipped over. The Yankees want Burnett and Sabathia, and the Rays want Price and Shields. Swing and a miss. Upton down on strikes. Third strikeout for Burnett.
Just like the way AJ attacked with his fastball here up in the zone to Upton. When you watch a pitcher really let it go like that, like AJ did right there, it tells you he's not thinking about mechanics, feels good about where the baseball is being located. Larry Rothschild has to be excited watching this early on.
Here's Matt Joyce. Matt has struggled since May 28th, the 167 hitter. He'd gotten off to a great start. Now he's at 287, still good numbers, but he's 0 for his last 8. Count 1-1.
Yeah, another good changeup from AJ. And it's, you know, it's strange, Michael, when you watch AJ pitch. There are some games he goes out there and throws a lot of changeups, 12 to 15. Other games it seems like he gets away from it. Looks like Russell Martin making an effort early on to call that pitch and throw it a little more often.
That one is drilled deep to right field. Going back, Jones turning, looking, see ya. A long home run for Matt Joyce, and the Rays lead 1-0. 12th home run for Joyce, and that was a blast deep into the second deck and right.
Home run number 12 for Joyce, and it's a fastball right down Broadway, and you could tell by the finish, the head down, you start your home run trot. This is a long, impressive home run for Matt Joyce, a guy who has been struggling lately.
And there's a Coors Light cold hard blast on a warm Saturday afternoon. There's a strike.
You know what, Michael, with all this talk about Derek and 3,000, we talked about the Rays, they're kind of enjoying the moment as well. They also feel like they want to win a series here. They feel confident about their ball club. We talked about it Thursday night. Good pitching. You have Price going. You have Shields going tomorrow. A club that has been struggling a little bit offensively. We saw the great defense in Thursday night's game. I feel like they're one hot couple of weeks from getting right back in this thing. Only a couple of games out.
Swing and a miss, and Sean Rodriguez down on strikes. They make the out at first. 4 strikeouts for AJ Burnett, but he does serve up a home run to Matt Joyce at the end of an inning and a half. 1-0 Rays. Welcome back to Yankees baseball here at Yankee Stadium. 1-0 Tampa Bay as we go to the bottom of the second inning. So they have given David Price a 1-0 lead.
And we'll take a look at Price's numbers on the year. 8-7, ERA of 3.56. We'll look at our Jeep pitcher scouting report on David Price. 2-time All-Star. He'll be going out to Arizona. And you have to get him early. An ERA of 4.4 in the first 2 innings, but after that it drops to 2.95. And a little history with Derek Jeter. The first hit that David Price gave up in the big leagues was a home run to Derek Jeter. A little bit of history there.
Here's Cano, and there's a strike. Cano has an 11-game hitting streak.
Robinson Cano batting 4th today. Alex Rodriguez out of the lineup with that meniscus problem in his knee. Good numbers during the 11-game hitting streak.
count 2-2. It'll be Cano, Martin, and Posada. A Yankee lineup without A-Rod and without Nick Swisher. So Cano batting cleanup. Tied him up, check swing. And Darryl Cousins said yes, he did check his swing. And now the home plate umpire is saying that he actually got clipped on the way by, so he'll take first.
We'll take another look here.
Oh yeah, back arm. They still had to check to see if he had swung the bat, because that would supersede getting hit. So Cano at first. Got to bring up Martin. And there's a strike.
David Price obviously been very successful in his young career, but a left-handed pitcher to have the ability to throw that fastball in on right-handed batters, kind of what separates him. Obviously a hard thrower, mid-90s. He is not afraid to come inside to the right-handers, and you just don't see it all that often. It makes a right-handed hitter a little bit more uncomfortable.
Grounded foul.
With runners on, a batting average 278, bases empty 204.
Pitch outside. Matt Joyce with a home run into the second deck in right, and that's giving the Rays a 1-0 lead. Derek Jeter, a leadoff single in the first. He pulls to within 1 of 3,000. Down 2-2. Russell Martin, one of the Yankees, going to the All-Star game. Alex Rodriguez is pulled out. Derek Jeter is pulled out. So is Mariano Rivera. Cano is the starting second baseman. Granderson the starting center fielder. And Russell Martin the backup catcher. And all of the Yankees that have pulled out with injury concerns. We talked about Alex's knee, and Derek feels that calf muscle deserves some rest rather than flying across the country and playing on Tuesday, and Mariano's elbow has been barking. Jumps up and hits Russell Martin around the helmet, I think. And all the time you played with him, John, those years that you were with the Yankees, did you ever see him flustered?
Flustered. No, I mean, you know, there were some at bats, maybe some situations that happened out on the field. Good change up there from Price, where maybe you'd see him fired up, a little frustrated maybe, but never flustered, especially in the big moment. And I've mentioned this before, Michael. I mean, he believes he's the most talented player, the best player out on the field, has a lot of confidence in his ability to get the job done.
Here's Jorge Posada, and with this game, Jorge passes Don Mattingly for sole possession of 9th place on the Yankees all-time games played list at 1,786. Grounded deep to third. Nice play by Longoria. Fires across the diamond. A stretch by Kochman as Cano moves to second. That's a good play by Longoria.
He kind of got caught in between. They didn't know if he wanted to charge this baseball. He decides to lay back on it. Has plenty of arm strength getting it over there to Casey Kochman, who's one of the best first basemen in the game defensively.
Time for the GE Capital partner play. Great partnerships are built on trust at GE Capital. We prove that every day. And there's that partnership for the 5-3 in the second out. So the tying run is at second, and here's Andrew Jones. And in the last couple of games, you actually look down and you're seeing how the lineup turns around by not hitting to a double play there. You know that Jeter's getting up at least in the third inning. But if the Yankees had gone down in order, there's a chance he doesn't hit in the third inning. Pitch outside. Andrew was in yesterday's lineup against the righty Hellickson because of the injuries the Yankees have, but today probably a little bit more comfortable against the lefty throwing David Price.
An opportunity here with 2 outs for Andrew Jones, and I mentioned Price. He struggles a little bit in the first couple of innings, and then once he finds his groove, finds his rhythm, he's awfully tough.
He's 3 for 12 against Price, and 2 of them have been home runs. The 1-2 outside, 95 miles an hour, 2-2. Jones has not played a lot. He's primarily the left fielder against left-handed pitchers. But today he's the right fielder replacing Swisher. 2-2. Grounded foul. Andrew likes the fastball. And a pitcher's taking a chance. If he spots the fastball, well, obviously he's going to make the pitch. But if the fastball tails a little bit over the plate, Andrew can run into it and hit a ball out. Your best chance of getting him out is with an off-speed pitch. But with most batters, you can't hang it. He does have power, still has power. The 2-2. Fouls back at 96 mile an hour fastball.
Yeah, that was the one for Andrew too. The best swing he has had this at bat. Price missed a little bit with location. I mentioned Price likes to come inside, but he's trying to stay away against Andrew Jones, respecting that power you were talking about, and got away with a mistake right there.
Price wanted that one, didn't get it from Jim Wolf. You would assume that Jim Wolf, John, has to be a pitcher's ump. I mean, his brother's a pitcher. Randy Wolf of the Milwaukee Brewers. The 3-2. Jones hanging in there.
Yeah, pretty good battle going on. If nothing else, the pitch count elevated at 40 here with 2 outs in the second inning. The Yankees making David Price work a little bit.
And the 3-2. Good at bat for Jones as he walks. That's going to bring up Eduardo Nunez. Last game he played was on Saturday against the Mets, and then kind of tweaked his hamstring. So he sat out Sunday's game. He sat out the entire Indian series. And before he got hurt against the Mets, he was 7 for 8. And only a great play by Justin Turner stopped him from being 8 for 8. So he has 9 hits in his last 19 at-bats. His average at 278. He's playing third base today. And there's a breaking ball strike. He did not play Thursday against the Rays.
And obviously a backup player who got a lot of at-bats while Derek was on the disabled list, and you saw the tail end of those at-bats. A hot hitter for the Yankees, 7 for his last 8.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
It's tough. You settle in with that tweaking of the hamstring. You take a few days off, and now you try to come out here and have an at-bat against David Price with a couple of runners on and 2 outs. Not the easiest thing to do.
Chop towards second. Sean Rodriguez will get the out at first, and that will do it. A 25-pitch inning for David Price, but the Yankees strand 2. We go to the third. Lincoln scoreboard shows Tampa Bay with a 1-0 lead over New York. As we go to the top of the third, we'll also check in with our very own Kimberly Jones. And Kim, I guess the sidebar to the Derek Jeter chase is the bad news the Yankees have received about Alex Rodriguez. What do we know at this point?
He underwent an MRI yesterday, Michael, and it revealed a slight tear in the meniscus in his right knee. He and the organization are mulling options at the moment. There are 2 options. One is to continue to play through the injury, as Joe Girardi believes he has done since June 19th when he originally injured the knee. The second option is to undergo arthroscopic surgery. Joe says that means Alex would be back in approximately 1 month.
Now, there have been players that have played through this, most recently Chipper Jones, who was just put on the DL, right?
That's right. In mid-May, he was diagnosed with what the Braves called a small tear in his meniscus, and Chipper has recently said it simply wasn't improving. The pain was becoming too bothersome, and as you mentioned, he's on the DL now.
What do you think the thought process is? What are some of the checkpoints that they're going over right now, surgery as opposed to playing through it?
Well, certainly the 1-month timeline is big, with Joe saying he would not play Alex either way in this series, and then, of course, the 3-day All-Star break. You're in essence, you're getting a few days there if you choose to take them. Joe also said that he believes Alex could continue to be productive and get his at-bats and play in the field. However, he doesn't think the power would be there as long as he battles this injury. That may be the most important part of the decision. Could he come back and be the Alex Rodriguez we're used to seeing, as opposed to the one currently in the longest home run drought of his career?
Well, let me turn to John. John, if he decides to play through this and he is not a home run hitter, does that mean you take him out of the 4-hole? Or because he still gets hits and drives and runs, you keep him there?
Yeah, I think because of his reputation as an RBI guy, you keep him there in that spot. And you know what? It's a tough call for the Yankees. That's a big bat to lose in the middle of the lineup. But, Kim, we've heard of some guys coming back quicker from this surgery if he decides to have it. And there's also been some cases where it maybe be the whole year.
Yeah, and it depends, John, where the tear is in the meniscus, and we're not privy to that information. You've seen players, as you mentioned, miss a season. You've also seen players pitch through it. In the case of CC Sabathia, who late last October was diagnosed with a small tear, did have it surgically repaired in the offseason, but the Yankees believe he pitched at the end of last season with that tear. And with some pain in his knee, CC was able to manage it, although he did not have a vintage Sabathia end of the season or postseason.
Did Alex get a chance to talk to the media? Do you know how he's feeling right now?
I did not see him at all today, Michael, and he underwent that MRI yesterday, and then we, of course, had the rain out. But he has consistently said he believes he can play through this and manage it, but he has been in some obvious discomfort, especially when you see him on the bases.
Kim, thanks a lot. We'll talk to you a little bit later on.
Thank you.
All right, so 2 strikeouts here for A.J. Burnett. He now has 6 on the day, and there are 2 away here in the top of the 3rd inning. And 4 of the last 5 batters have struck out. The only one who has not, and that's Matt Joyce, who hit the home run. So back to the top of the lineup and Johnny Damon. And there's a strike. The 0-1. Grounded to first. Teixeira is there. A 1-2-3 inning for A.J. Burnett. Coming up for the Yankees, Brett Gardner, that man, Derek Jeter, Curtis Granderson. 1 hit away from 3,000. Right field. Jeter right back up the middle. Deep to right field. Going still deep to left.
Holy cow. His first big league home run. Nice going, Derek.
And there he is, hit number 1,000. There's a base hit to right field. Derek Jeter, hit number 2,000. Hot shot up the middle and through for a base hit. For 72 years, Lou Gehrig has been the Yankees' all-time hits leader. Now, it's Derek Jeter. 1 to go. Through the years with Derek Jeter, 10 men of the 27 on the 3,000 hit list have done it with one team, and those are the 10 men right there. Sam Musial, Carl Yastrzemski, Cal Ripken, George Brett, Robin Yount, Tony Gwynn, Cap Anson, Craig Biggio, Al Kaline, and Roberto Clemente. So Derek's trying to crash that list and make it 11, and he will be up second this inning. So through the years with Derek Jeter, it's been almost a thread through some of the fabric of the Yankee tradition, the Yankee legacy. An organization that started in 1903 has never had a player pick up all 3,000 hits in pinstripes. And there have been some unbelievable players, the greatest that ever played this game, that have passed through this uniform. Never before has any of them picked up 3,000 hits. Derek has a chance to do it in this inning. Brett Gardner will lead off. And there's a strike to Gardner. Lincoln scoreboard 1-0 Tampa Bay. There is a palpable tension here at the ballpark, and when Derek comes up this inning, this place will get very loud. The 0-1 and the count 0-2. You wonder, as he stands on deck, is he thinking about 3,000? Is he thinking we're down 1-0? There's a ground ball and grabbed by Sean Rodriguez, and they just get the diving Gardner for the first out. And that'll bring up Jeter with 1 out.
Number 2, Derek Jeter. Number 2.
And you can see they're changing the baseballs now. Those baseballs are marked in case Derek hits a home run for his 3,000th hit. And the only man to do that, Wade Boggs, did it with Tampa Bay. Jorge Posada has been the teammate for most of them. There are the new baseballs as Derek digs in. He singled in the first inning. Derek got his first hit on May 30th of 1995. A single through the left side off Tim Belcher. 17 years later, we stand at the precipice of history. Pitch is low, 1-0. When he got hit number 1, 10,709 at the Kingdome. About 5 times that many here at Yankee Stadium today. 1-1. 27 men have picked up 3,000 hits. Derek trying to become number 28. And the count 2-1. His family, friends, all holding their breath. His former teammate on the top step of the dugout. All of the Rays on the top step of the dugout. All of the Yankees the same. Foul back to the screen. You do not see that very often in the third inning of a game, but everybody wants to get a good look. And there's Posada, probably his closest friend on the team. Count 3-2. A single in the first, 29.99. Here he is in the third, 3-2 count. Fouled away. 37 years old, drafted by the Yankees in 1992 with the 6th pick of the first round. Out of Kalamazoo Central High School. Dreamed about being the Yankee shortstop. Dreams come true. The 3-2. Grounded foul. Derek, born in New Jersey as a youngster, the family moved to Kalamazoo. And he wanted to do one thing, play for the Yankees. The 3-2. That one's drilled deep to left field. Going back, Joyce, looking up. See ya! 3,000. History with an exclamation point. Oh, what a way to join the 3,000 hit club. Derek Jeter has done it in grand style. Well, if somebody in Hollywood had gotten together and written this script, he's not a home run hitter. Only one man had ever done it that way, and that's Wade Boggs of the then Tampa Bay Devil Rays. And Derek becomes the 28th man to pick up 3,000 hits, the first Yankee ever in the glorious history of the franchise, and he does it with a home run.
Tell you what, David Price gave him everything he could handle, too. Threw some changeups. I think he finally threw a slider. And you know what? We've seen Derek hit home runs the other way. We've seen him pull some home runs, usually on some off-speed pitches. Number 3,000 for Derek Jeter. And it was that slider down in.
Casey Kochman tips his cap to the captain of the Yankees. What a way to enter the club. A franchise that began in 1903, who has had the greatest names pass through the Bronx: Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, Joe DiMaggio, Mickey Mantle. The list goes on and on like a roll call through the halls of Cooperstown. And not one of those men ever picked up 3,000 hits. And a 37-year-old captain of the Yankees, number 2, Derek Jeter, does it on this beautiful July afternoon in New York City. Congratulations to Derek Jeter, hit number 3,000. John, I believe if we didn't see it, I don't know if we'd believe it.
No, we talked, where's this 3,000 hit going to end up? Is it going to be right field? We've seen so many hits from Derek go that direction. You said it perfectly, Michael. I don't think you could have drawn this up any better. Congratulations, Derek. Congratulations to the Jeter family.
You think he has a little bit of a flair for the dramatic?
Maybe a little.
Well, the pressure has certainly been lifted. Now there's a baseball game. It's tied at 1.
Well, great from a teammate's perspective, too. I mean, the home run, you get that opportunity to get right out on the field and congratulate Derek, and I've talked about it as being a teammate of Wade Boggs. You get caught up in it. You get excited about it.
And Granderson walks. You know, David Price did a classy thing as well, John. Jeter went around the bases, and David just put his glove on the mound and walked into the dugout because he knew the celebration was going to be there for a while, and he left the stage to Derek Jeter.
You also noticed the Tampa Bay Rays were out of their dugout, giving Derek a little standing ovation, appreciative of what he has done throughout his career.
There's a strike to Mark Teixeira. The crowd still buzzing. And somebody got themselves a big-time souvenir out there. Ground ball left side, through for a base hit. Now let's hear the broadcasting skills of Mick Kelleher, the Yankee first base coach, when Jeter gets the 3,000 hit.
That ball's out of here. That ball's out of here. And away, Gene. Way to go. Woo. Love it. Love it.
He knew off the bat. Well, some perspective home run wise, it's Derek's 3rd home run of the year. His last home run at home came July 22nd of last year against Kansas City, and he had gone 286 at bats at home without a home run. There's a strike. So the first big league hit that David Price ever surrendered was a home run to Derek Jeter. That one was to right. And now history served up a home run to left. Count 1-2. Pitch outside, 96 miles an hour by Price. What is going through his mind right now? 37 years old, he's only known one uniform, and he's only known one thing: ultimate success, 5 championships. Dreaming as a little boy of being the Yankee shortstop, having that dream come true. 5 teams passing on him in the first round so the Yankees could make the selection. Homesick in his first year in the minor leagues, wondering if he should have gone to Michigan on that scholarship. Working his way through the system. Yankees starting shortstop in 1996, winning the Rookie of the Year, winning a championship in his first season as Cano swings and misses. And now 17 years later, he is part of baseball history, part of forever. Only 5 other players have picked up 3,000 hits in 17 seasons. And the names, not too bad. Pete Rose, Stan Musial, Hank Aaron, Ty Cobb, Paul Wainer, and now Derek Jeter. Pitches inside. He's also the 4th youngest player ever to reach 3,000 hits. Ty Cobb, the youngest, Hank Aaron, Robin Yount, then Derek Jeter moves ahead of Pete Rose and Tris Speaker. So Derek is 37 years old and 12 days today. Pete Rose was 37 and 21 days. Ground ball through the left side for a base hit. Granderson rounds third. He's coming home. Here's the throw. It's cut off by Longoria. An RBI single by Martin. And the Yankees lead 2-1.
Well, Derek Jeter, as always, on the top step, congratulating Curtis Granderson on the run scored, and Russell Martin coming through with a big 2-out RBI base hit. Through the hole between short and third. Matt Joyce comes up with it. Usually plays right field, so a pretty strong throwing arm. Granderson got a great jump. Longoria cuts it off, and the Yankees now lead 2-1.
Here's Posada, the first guy out to greet Jeter after the home run. Those two came up through the system together, best buddies for all these years. And it was perfect that he was at home plate to greet him. And there it is. Mariano next. The core 4 is now the key 3. Derek stands tied with Roberto Clemente for 3,000 hits.
Michael, I sit here and you just think about, I mean, the incredible amount of pressure that he had to be feeling. I mean, you lose a game in this series. Everybody wants him to get this hit at home, and he comes out here his first at bat, a base hit. Then 3,000 is a home run, his 3rd of the year. Does not disappoint.
Strike 3, and Posada down looking. But this inning, the Yankees take the lead, but it's all about Derek Jeter. On the precipice of history, he does it in impressive fashion. A home run for hit number 3,000. New York is his. An unbelievable career with many more to come, but Derek Jeter, the 28th man in history to 3,000 hits. Now that Derek Jeter has made history, we are all over this. Yes is going to be here after the game for all the reaction with our tribute special. You have to stay with us. It's Jeter 3000, an exclusive one-on-one interview with Derek, a look at all the great moments and the milestones in the captain's career, plus insight from his teammates, both past and present. This is the show you want to watch. Jeter 3000 will air immediately after today's game. The historic hit has taken place. Now the historic postgame. Comprehensive coverage only on Yes. So now AJ has a game to win. 2-1 Yankees lead. And Ben Zobrist takes a pitch out of the zone, 1-0. A long inning for AJ as he watched the proceedings and the home run and the celebration, and now he has to go on the mound, and these first 3 pitches are out of the zone. And he walked Zobrist on 4 pitches. It was a 33-pitch half inning for Price, and it wasn't your typical 33-pitch half inning because there was a long delay as the Yankees came out to celebrate with Jeter and the crowd with the ovation. Pitch outside. So the first 5 pitches out of the strike zone for Burnett.
A little off balance there with his follow through, Michael. And you know, I guess when this hit happened, you thought you'd just get back to playing baseball and competing. But I know I'm still thinking about the swing.
Yeah.
I'm sure the players out on the field, the same thing, reliving the moment.
Check swing. Did he go? No. This is the swing in Yesmo. And if you want to be a little bit more fairy tale, John, you know when that ball was hit?
I do not.
2 o'clock even. Second hit of the day for number 2. Pretty amazing.
Michael, again, I just go back to knowing how hard it is to hit at the major league level. And for Derek to come into this series, you're thinking you're going to get 4 games. Turns out you're only going to get 3. And you're facing some pretty good pitching in David Price and the Rays staff. It's not that easy just to go out there and get 2 hits and then hit a home run for 3,000.
Both of the at-bats were tough. As you mentioned, Price went right at him.
Yeah,
John.
He didn't give in. He threw a 3-2 slider. He threw him a bunch of change-ups. First at bat was all fastballs. Derek Jeter had to earn that 3,000 hit, and he did.
Some of Derek's milestone hits. The first one we told you, 95. In 2000, 1,000. In 2006, 2,000. Then 27-22 against the Orioles in 2009, and 3,000 was right here on July 9th. Swing and a miss. Stolen base for Zobrist as Longoria strikes out. You know what's interesting? He came off the DL and needed 6 hits, John. And one of the knocks on Derek is he doesn't hit the ball hard anymore, low line drive percentage. And of the 6 hits, 3 of them were doubles, and 1 was a home run. He's really hit the ball hard since coming off the DL.
Yeah, gap to gap with the doubles. Like I mentioned, a breaking ball from Price kind of speeds his bat up a little bit. Those are the home runs we've seen him pull throughout his career. I'm getting a kick out of it now. Even, you know, the grounds crew went out in between innings, and every man who was dragging the infield gave a little nod to Derek and a little nod back, and then Brignac gets the, not Brignac, Zobrist gets the second base. He congratulates Derek, and be that way all afternoon.
Slow ground ball to first. Teixeira is there. He steps on the bag to retire Kochman as Zobrist moves to third. There's B.J. Upton. Fouled away. Last 13 games for Upton, 14 ribbies and 6 home runs. And he had one on Thursday. Zobrist, the tying run, is at third. Yankees lead 2-1. Nice block there by Martin.
Russell Martin makes it look so easy. I mean, AJ, we've seen him in his Yankee career with his power curveball down. It is not an easy pitch to block. Russell Martin just makes it look easy and saves AJ a run right there.
The 1-1. Driven out to right field. Andrew Jones back on the track at the wall. See ya. 2-run home run for B.J. Upton. And the Rays have taken back the lead. It's 3-2.
Well, the Rays came in here Thursday and they were talking about Derek Jeter in 3,000, how they were looking forward to it. But more than that, they were looking forward to competing this weekend. And Michael, you mentioned Upton and how hot he has been lately. I hit this ball. I didn't think it had any chance of getting out of here, and it just kept carrying. It shows you how strong he is. 15th of the year. It's Tampa back on top.
Hot shot up the middle and through for base hit. Matt Joyce is 2 for 2. Sean Rodriguez. Breaking ball swung and missed.
Well, AJ's given Sean Rodriguez a steady diet of breaking balls. Strikeout his first time up.
Runner goes, throw to second. Not in time. Stolen base for Joyce.
5th stolen base of the year for Matt Joyce. A pretty good pitch to run on. Gets a good jump. Curveball down. Martin a solid throw. See Robinson Cano with the sweep tag. Second base umpire Gary Cederstrom right there to make the call. We'll get a good look on Yesmo.
He's out. Gary Cederstrom does not have Yesmo, and that's why the runner's at second. Swing and a miss. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss again, and Rodriguez down on strikes for the second time. But the Rays have taken the lead. 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Rays 3, Yankees 2, right here on Yes. Well, Saturday afternoon in New York City. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning at the stadium. Tampa Bay leads the Yankees 3-2. And Derek Jeter has picked up his 3,000th hit. He did it in grand style with a home run. And check out the Hangar One Vodka Facebook page for details about their 6-month tour across the U.S. in their blimp. Pretty cool shot from the Hangar One vodka blimp. Andrew Jones swings and fouls it off. I don't know about you, John. The more I think about it, the more improbable and unlikely and unbelievable Jeter getting the 3,000th hit with a home run. He's not a home run hitter, and I guess you were there. Ironically enough, 2 guys in the history of baseball have picked up their 3,000th hit with a home run. You were in the ballpark each time. The other one, Wade Boggs.
Yeah, I mean, with Wade, you weren't thinking obviously about a home run. You were thinking about a base hit the other way. And Derek, you know, I just still you think back about what an amazing accomplishment it is, and the ability for that man to step up under pressure, big moments, everybody expecting it, everybody wanting the big hit. You just can't say enough about it.
That one's fouled away. Grounded foul. Andrew walked in the second inning. The 2-2 popped up sky high behind the plate. Jaso shading his eyes, and it's just over the screen.
Not an easy play here as Jaso gets rid of the mask, gets right to the screen, and it's going to be out of play. Tough sun, high sky.
Two-two. Grounded to short. Nice play by Brignac. Guns out Jones for the first out. Here's Eduardo Nunez. Skied to center. Upton will put it away for the second out.
Well, Price will take that right there. 1 pitch, 1 out, and the pitch count already at 86 with 2 outs in the 4th. And David Price, a guy who can throw a lot of pitches. He's thrown 110 pitches or more 10 times this season. If nothing else, the Yankees are going to get into that Rays bullpen pretty early.
Here's Brett Gardner. Gardner thrown out. Nice play by Sean Rodriguez in the 3rd, right before Jeter hit the home run. Count 2-0. And the pitch. Want to remind everybody, right after the game, we are going to have a special Jeter 3000. It's a tribute special to the Yankee captain, and you got to stick around. All the interviews, one-on-one with Derek, past and present players. It's going to be great. Count 3-2. Grounded to first. Kochman is there, and that will do it. as the Yankees go down in order. David Price, after 4, has given up hit number 3,000, but he's leading 3-2. I always wondered, what would a dad think if his son accomplished everything that Derek Jeter has accomplished? And our very own Kimberly Jones caught up with Dr. Charles Jeter, Derek's daddy, and here's what Daddy thinks.
Dr. Jeter, take us to the moment of 3,000 with a home run, no less.
I mean, it was just tremendous. I really, can't describe how I was feeling then. You go up there, first of all, you're hoping we need a victory, first of all. And have Derek to come up there, and we're putting for him. And, he hits a home run on the 3,000. I mean, I just can't describe it. Very, very emotional for me, very happy for him, really. And, it's hard, it's indescribable, really. Yeah, so.
Your wife's in the suite, of course, Derek's sister and family members.
Well, they're not here today because we have a christening celebration for my grandson, so they could not be here today. I talked with them. They are here in spirit, really. And as soon as the home run they hit, we talked over the phone with both my wife and with my daughter, Charlie, and everybody's very, very proud of Derek.
We envisioned him being on a base, Dr. Jeter and his teammates running out.
Right.
For him to hit the home run, I don't know that Hollywood would have written that script. Do you think?
Well, Derek, everybody knows Derek's not a home run hitter, really. For him to do that with a home run, a little extra bang there. So it was great, super.
What do you think he's feeling now, and what do you think he has been feeling?
I think he said it's been both, it's kind of mixed, in terms, the pressure and, but I think he realizes that this is a special moment, for him, being a Yankee, playing on tremendous teams, and I'm sure he's extra proud because it means, it means a lot, really.
It means so much to this crowd, too. The fans were as electric, I believe, as we've seen at this ballpark. Did you take some of that in as well? And I'm sure Derek did. Yeah,
I'm sure he did. The Yankee fans are tremendous, really. They, known for knowing their history and what's important and what's not important. And, for him to be a part of it, to get to 3,000 hits, it would have been special anywhere, but here at Yankee Stadium in front of the fans, it's just tremendous, another stamp. So.
When you think of his being the first Yankee to reach 3,000, and you know Yankee history as well as anyone, and you celebrate it,
right.
What does that mean to you and your son?
Well, it's tremendous because you're talking about the greatest players that ever played the game. And right now, there's no comparison of Derek with those guys, really. So, it's just tremendous, really. Knowing the history, knowing the great players that have played with the Yankees. So it makes it even more special.
Great stuff from Dr. Jeter, and we thank Kim as well. And you wonder how far the apple fell from the tree. The guy just picks up his 3,000 hit, and Dad said, we need a victory here.
Want to win.
Yeah. And that's how Derek is. I can't fathom, John. You're the father of 2 boys and a daughter. Can you imagine what that man must be feeling? Forget about what this guy does on the field. He's never embarrassed the Jeter family or the Yankee organization off the field, and certainly in an era of Facebook and Twitter and cell phones and stuff like that. He has done nothing but uphold the Yankee image and legacy. Can you imagine what a dad feels?
Well, the only thing I can compare it to is a incredible sense of pride when one of your children do something that you think is special or you're proud of. And I just think you said it perfectly, that throughout Derek's career, whether it's on the field, off the field, he has never disappointed anybody, and especially his parents and his family. So I'm sure Mr. Jeter this is just another day. You're excited about it, but he's been doing this his whole career, right? Making that man proud.
It's amazing. It really is an amazing story, and what an amazing exclamation point to number 3,000 for him to hit it with a home run, just off the charts. The 2-1, and Damon grounds one to Jeter. He thought about going to third. He'll go to first. And he gets Damon for the second out as Jaso advances to third. Well, we're getting word, John, that the lines at the concession stands at the stadium are off the charts. They've already started selling this cap, DJ 3K. from New Era. So that cap is now available, and a majestic T-shirt with DJ3K. So obviously, if you're watching the game, in all likelihood, you're not at the ballpark unless you're in one of the restaurants. You can go to Yankees.com and get these as well. So they're out already, and there are lines at the concession stands to get them. So 3,000 hits is also big for Derek, and it's big for the fans because they want to be a part of it as well. And you can see the T-shirts are out. And imagine the guy who caught the ball, John, because I was listening to the radio driving in, and somebody said it would be like hitting lotto. The likelihood of the 3,000th hit being a home run and landing in your hands. And that young man got it. Just amazing, the chances of that.
Well, he's got a tough decision ahead of him, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. What does he do with the ball? It's a tough call.
Everybody I talked to said it's not a tough decision. You keep the ball and get the highest price that you can for it.
But you know what? There are a lot of Yankee fans out there that would say, I just want to give it to Jeter.
I agree with you.
The 1-2. Strike three. And Zobrist down looking. No runs, no hits, no errors, one man left. At the end of 4.5 innings of play, we're halfway through an unbelievable afternoon to this point at Yankee Stadium. Derek Jeter hit number 3,000, a home run. Yankees are trailing this one 3-2. Tampa Bay leads the Yankees, bottom of the fifth, and the cheers you hear from that ballpark are for Derek Jeter as he comes to the plate. One at bat after joining the 3,000 hit club. The quest for 3,000 is over, and now the quest for a win continues. That one is drilled to left field. 3,001. Jeter's going for two, and he will make it. Now he's a triple away from the cycle.
What a day already for Derek Jeter, and again a slider, the same pitch that he hit for the home run in the 3,000th hit. It just drills this into the corner, and now you start thinking fairy tale stuff, Michael. A possible cycle.
I think fairy tale is in the rearview mirror. This is bigger than fairy tale. I mean, imagine if he gets a cycle today. Granderson shows bunt, takes outside. Grounded, fair, inside first, and down the right field line, Jeter will score. Granderson stops at first. It's an RBI single, and the game is tied at 3.
A run scored for Derek Jeter, and a nice job by Curtis Granderson. Trying to get a pitch that you can pull to at least advance Jeter to third. He does a little bit better with that fastball in, drills it right past diving Casey Kochman, and bounces out to the right fielder Zobrist. That'll hold Granderson to a single. Base hit, an RBI, tie ball game.
And Teixeira takes low. Popped up. And that's in the seats, out of play. Kim Jones, after talking to Dr. Jeter, had a chance to talk to Dick Groch, the scout who recommended the Yankees sign Derek Jeter. And Groch actually turned to his wife before the debate and goes, knowing Derek, I bet she hits a home run here. And he started following Derek when Derek was a sophomore at Kalamazoo Central High School. And so he knows him about as well as anybody but his parents. He kind of called the shot. And Dick Groch is the man who had the great line. You know, he recommended that the Yankees pick Derek Jeter. And they said, well, you think we can sign him if we pick him? And he goes, well, what do you mean? He said, well, we hear he's going to Michigan. And Dick Groch told the Yankee decision makers he's not going anywhere but Cooperstown. And again, a good call. The 2-1.
You know what, Michael, and people would say, oh, it must have been easy. How tough is it to scout Derek Jeter? You know, but when you look back at some of the video of young Derek Jeter, there was nothing to him. I mean, tall, skinny. Obviously, a scout being able to kind of look into the future and project what he can be.
I really believe it's the toughest sport to scout because of that reason. How's somebody going to fill out? How's he going to project as a 23-year-old when he gets to the big leagues? You draft somebody in the NBA, they're in the NBA.
Yeah.
You draft somebody in the NFL, they're in the NFL. Here, there's a seasoning process. That one is driven into left center field, and it's a base hit in front of Joyce. He bobbles the ball, but Granderson was going to third anyway. And now runners on first and third and nobody out for Cano.
Yankees having a productive fifth inning. A run already on the board. 3 consecutive hits.
You know, John, if it was that easy to scout, you'd see breaking ball was up in the zone. Well, there were 5 guys picked in front of Derek. They're not going to the Hall of Fame. Jeffrey Hammonds and Phil Nevin, guys like that, and it's not easy to scout baseball
No, it's
players.
not. And you know what? My college coach, John Castleberry, is a scout for the Giants. And, you know, he travels all over the country scouting players. Not once have I heard him say this kid's going to be a Hall of Famer. You know, usually it's this kid probably will have a chance to make it to the big leagues. Never have I heard any scout watching a high school or even a college player and say he's going to the Hall of Fame.
And there are a lot of people that scouted him that just had that same feeling, a skinny, tall kid. And they saw something. That one has popped up. Let's see if Granderson can score. He tags. Here he comes. Here's the throw. Granderson's in there. Moving to second is Teixeira. A sac fly by Cano, and the Yankees have retaken the lead. It's 4-3.
Well, Robinson Cano going to get some congratulations. David Price shaking his head. But aggressive base running by Curtis Granderson, especially with nobody out, taking a chance, and it pays off. The Yankees take the lead.
Now, we talked about the '92 draft, and here are the young men taken before him. Phil Nevin, not a bad player. Paul Shuey had some good years with the Indians. B.J. Wallace really was a little bit of a bust for the Expos. Jeffrey Hammonds had a decent career with Baltimore. Chad Mottola with Cincinnati, and then Derek Jeter. It's amazing. There were 5 teams ahead of him. His dream was to be a Yankee. He never thought he'd get down to number 6, and it just worked that people passed, and Cincinnati already had Barry Larkin, so they didn't want to take Jeter at shortstop. It's almost as if it was divine from above that Derek would end up with the Yankees, and it turned out okay. So an intentional walk is being issued to Russell Martin, and that puts runners on first and second for Jorge Posada. Here's Jorge Posada. He grounded to third and struck out looking. Ballpark looks wonderful here on this Saturday afternoon. Just a perfect tableau for history when you consider what went on across the street and some of the memories that are being made here on this side of 161st and River. This is one more for the archives. The 1-0. There's a strike. Brendan Gomes warming for the Rays. 110 pitches here in the 5th inning for David Price. Pitches high to Posada.
Yeah, Price has thrown 120 pitches in a game against the Twins, but he threw 8 innings in that ball game. So the 111 to this point showing you the Yankees doing a good job making him work this afternoon.
This is the 11th time this season that Price has thrown 110 pitches or more in a game. This should be 2. There's 1 on the first, a double play. So Price gets out of the jam without further damage, but the Yankees, they scored 2. They lead 4-3 after 5. Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Mazda. Zoom, zoom. By Acela Express. Enjoy the journey. And by Corona Light. It only gets better. So the Yankees lead 4-3 as we go to the 6th inning. Derek Jeter has 3 hits. He needed 2. He has 3. Single, double, a home run. The home run was hit number 3,000. And that came in the 3rd inning with 1 out. Let's check out the New York State Smokers Quit Line quiz. A little bit later than usual, but you get it nonetheless. Who's the only member of the 3,000 hit club to record his 3,000th hit against the Yankees? Here's Evan Longoria. John, I got to tell you a story. Everybody watching, I have to tell you an unbelievable story. The guy who caught the ball in left field, his name is Christian Lopez. And he's from Highland Mills, New York, which is near West Point. So he catches the ball. And as you said, there are some, and you certainly couldn't blame anybody for doing what they wanted to do. But there are some that would auction it off.
Sure.
Get what they can get. This kid didn't want anything. He didn't want anything. And Hal Steinbrenner and the Yankees, this is what they gave the guy. Ground ball up the middle. Cano for the first out. They gave him 4 Champions Suite tickets from now through the World Series for every game. They gave him front row legend seats for tomorrow's game. They gave him signed bats, balls, and jerseys. Again, the guy didn't want anything. He just wanted Derek Jeter to have the ball. Pretty amazing.
It's a great story. It goes to show you sometimes you don't ask for anything and you get a lot in return.
Very cool. Here's Casey Kochman. And there's a strike. Kochman 0 for 2 today. 80 pitches for Burnett as we're here in the 6th. Yankees lead this one 4-3. Looking for a win today as the cherry on top. Pitches low. 2-1. Well, look who we have in the booth, John. We have Christian Lopez. Christian, you're the man who caught the 3,000th hit.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm on top of the world right now.
I bet you are. I mean, was it difficult to make that catch? Were people all over you?
A couple people were on top of me, but it wasn't bad. My dad jumped on my back, tried to help me out.
Now, did you catch it on the fly?
No, my dad actually hit him first, and he has fumbly hands, and he dropped it, and I jumped on it.
Now, have you been a Yankee fan your whole life?
Yeah.
Have you been a Jeter fan?
Yeah, I think Jeter's an icon for what we have right now. especially as a Latino. He's awesome. I look up to him. He's a great guy.
Now, did you come to this game hoping to see his 3,000 there, or were you coming to the game no matter what?
I knew he was on his way to 3,000. I was actually happy he rained out yesterday.
Right. You didn't have yesterday's tickets?
No.
Okay.
This is a birthday present for my girlfriend.
There's the catch, is you.
Smart man.
Is that
right
Dad
there.
on top of you with the DiMaggio jersey?
Yeah, that's him right there.
So it's a birthday present from your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Wow, you owe her a nice dinner, Christian.
Yeah, I do. So
What's your girlfriend's name?
Tara Johnson.
Is she here today? Or
Yeah, she's right over there.
nice job, Tara.
It's a nice gift.
Really? The ground ball to Jeter. And there's two-way now. From what we hear, the Yankees actually gave you a lot of nice stuff, but you didn't even really want anything, Christian.
No, not really. I mean, he deserves this. He's worked so hard for this. He's been in the league for years. I'm not really the person to take something away from him like that. He earned this.
Now, did you get a chance to talk to Hal Steinbrenner and the Yankees? I know they presented you with these gifts that we said.
They talked to the Al Steinbrenner over the phone.
Right.
I didn't really get to talk to him or meet him yet.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool to meet him.
I'm sure you'll meet him at some point. So now you get a chance to go to the game every single day. The 4 champion sweet ticks from now through the World Series. So you're really rooting.
Yeah, definitely. Even my dad got me license plates with Yankee symbols on them, and I'm a big fan. And I hope they go all the way. That'd be awesome.
You know what, Christian? It's a great story because John and I were talking. There were people that would probably hold the ball hostage and try to get a lot, and you just wanted Jeter to have it. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, like I said, he earned it. Like, I'm not going to be the person to take it away from him. I'm not just like that.
Now, will you get a chance to meet Jeter after the game?
I hope so. That would be really cool. They're saying I am, so I'm kind of excited.
And you already got your Jeter DJ 3K hat on?
Yeah, they hooked me up in the back.
Pretty nice. You got the run of the place today, I think,
You could do whatever you want today.
Yeah.
You can run this place.
Yeah, they took me through all these crazy things that I think any fan would dream of seeing. And it's unreal. It's amazing.
Wow, you could see it on your face. You're kind of in a daze right now.
I mean, you guys are like the voice of the Yankees.
What do you want to do? What do you do for a living, and what do you want to do?
I sell cell phones.
You know what? I can't get any reception today, Christian.
I work for Verizon Wireless over in Middletown, but I graduated from St. Lawrence University, government major. Just trying to get by right now.
Now, when you woke up this morning, were you thinking I'm going to catch Derek Jeter's 3,000th hit, or you just wanted to watch it?
I just wanted to watch history.
And now you're part of it.
Yeah. I can't even explain how I feel right now. It's amazing.
A.J. Burnett is going to depart. Christian, really a very cool story that you would do that, and the Yankees stepped up with the way they did and gave you that stuff. And you are part of a great day in Yankee history, so it's so cool that you came with us.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
That's Christian Lopez. He caught number 3,000. Pretty cool. Well, Joe Girardi makes a call to the bullpen, brought to you by AT&T. With Matt Joyce coming up, they relieved A.J. Burnett. They bring in their left-hander, Boone Logan. And you see the numbers on Boone Logan. 2-2, 3.43. You know, John, just to put a bow on meeting Christian, we were just talking with his dad off the air, and he said, you know, people talk about somebody wanting money. He says, if you gave Christian, he's 23 years old, $1 million, he would shrug his shoulders. He said, that's not the type of kid. He said, he's 23, and I haven't had one bit of trouble with him my whole life. He said, I'm so proud of him.
Now, this day just keeps getting better and better, doesn't it?
It's unbelievable. Very cool to be here, and I'm sure the close to 50,000 feel the same way, and they're seeing a pretty good ball game as well. So Boone Logan against Joyce. And there's a strike. I guess Joyce's home run in the single, they decided let's not have A.J. pitch to Joyce, and they'll try to navigate the rest of this game with the bullpen.
Kind of a funny afternoon for A.J. I mean, he's been dominant, racking up strikeouts, but a couple of bad pitches have cost him 3 runs on 2 home runs.
The 0-2 outside. I think the ball was right over that State Farm sign, and that's the sun that Christian was looking up to when he made the catch. And that's where our cameraman, Pete Sten, was sitting. That's the ledge where Christian caught the ball.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's not a bad seat. That's a good view, but that kid is going to have some better seats the rest of the year.
Wow.
It's a big upgrade.
Runner goes, pitches outside, so a stolen base for Upton. Swing and a miss, and Logan comes on to get Joyce. They get the out at first, and the lefty gets the lefty, and the Yankees keep the lead 4-3 as we go to the bottom of the sixth. The 3-2. That one's drilled deep to left field. Going back, Joyce looking up. See ya! 3,000. History with an exclamation point. Oh, what a way to join the 3,000 hit club. An amazing day here at Yankee Stadium, and it continues. We've got a nice close ball game as well. That's where Derek Jeter's home run landed, and the home run wasn't just a home run. It was his 3,000th hit as he became the 20th man in the grand history of baseball to get to that number, and the 4th youngest and only the 2nd guy ever to reach that mark with a home run. The other one being Wade Boggs. Today's the day they predicted it, Mr. 3,000. I hope it doesn't end up like Mr. 3,000 where they recount the hits and he was a couple away. 4-3. Yankees lead this one, and it'll be the bottom of the order. Against the new pitcher. I believe this is Brandon Gomes. It is. So David Price lasted 5. High fly ball center field. And Upton will make the catch to retire Jones for the first out. Let's check out the answer to the New York State Smokers Quit Line quiz. Who's the only member of the 3,000 hit club to record his 3,000 hit against the Yankees? I think it's Carl Yastrzemski. It is, and the ball I think went off Willie Randolph's glove. I was watching on TV. You know, if you think about how this moment has come to be and what the last couple of weeks have been like with the injury and the criticism of Jeter as being a very light singles hitter, and how he has actually powered his way to 3,000 with the 6 hits after coming up the DL, a right field double, 2 left field doubles, 1 on Thursday night, a slow roller to third, a single through the left side, and then number 3,000 was a booming shot to left field. Just an amazing journey for Derek Jeter, running against the grain, so to speak, as Nunez swings and misses.
Well, Derek was very open. He wasn't happy with his swing and his production before he went on the DL, and unusual for Derek even to admit something like that. Maybe a little more life in that swing now, some time on the DL, and work on your swing, figure it out.
Count 2-2 on Nunez. Popped up. Kochman for the 2nd out. Now, we told you that Derek's only the 2nd member of the 3,000 hit club to get there via the home run. The other, Wade Boggs, and here is a statement by Boggs. I had the opportunity to play with Derek Jeter when he was a rookie in '96, and I had no doubts that Derek would reach this milestone. He is a very consistent player, and he never deviated from his game. When you stay healthy and you are consistent and compile a lengthy career like Derek has done, You have the opportunity to reach that 3,000 hit plateau. Reaching the 3,000 hit mark is another piece of the legacy that Derek has created. It won't be too long now before we are on the veranda in Cooperstown at the Otesaga Hotel celebrating his induction to the Hall of Fame. Now, when asked specifically by the St. Petersburg Times, John, about Jeter getting there via the home run, he said, "I pretty much expected it because he's Derek Jeter. I don't think anyone expects to hit a home run for their 3,000th hit. He made me famous again." Bogsy's pretty famous.
You know, Michael, I was lucky to be at both of these 3,000 hit, both of the home runs, and Wade's was completely unexpected because he needed 3 hits coming into that game, and as teammates, we didn't think that that was going to happen. Derek, on the other hand, you expected that it could happen today, just not with a home run.
And also now, 5 of the last 7 players. And here's August of '99 when Bogsy went yard for 3,000. That's his dad, and then he kissed home plate. That's a way to touch the plate for 3,000. Now, I mentioned 5 of the last 7 players to reach the 3,000 hit milestone collected 2,999 and 3,000 in consecutive at-bats. Biggio, Ripken, Boggs, as you said, Tony Gwynn, and now Derek Jeter. And a walk to Gardner, and that's going to bring up Jeter, who, by the way, is a triple away from the cycle.
Now, you know everything about the history of this game.
I hope.
Has anybody hit for the cycle on the day they got their 3,000th hit?
You know what? I don't have it officially, but I'd say no. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. Well, it can't be because Boggs didn't, and he's the only guy with a home run for 3,000.
That's a great point.
So Derek has something out there to reach for now.
He's got a couple of at-bats, you would think, too.
Yep. Can Derek get a triple? Single. Solo home run. That was the historic blow. Double and 2 runs.
Just laughing. We're asking so much of this guy, aren't we? I mean, he got his 3,000th hit. He hit a home run. Now we want a triple.
He delivers, though. Also, some for the memory book. He needed 2 hits today. He's number 2 on the Yankees. He's only the 2nd man to get his 3,000th hit as a home run. And when he did it, the clock struck 2 here at Yankee Stadium. I'll wait for your goosebumps to settle down. Pitch is high. There's Dr. Jeter. Another base hit for Jeter. He's 4 for 4. Hey, it's not a triple, but a pretty good day.
When I thought about the possibility of 3,000 and what it would look like, that's the type of hit that you would think of Derek Jeter. Just a line drive to right field. Classic inside out. Hits this ball hard, his 4th hit of the day.
And here it is in Yesmo. He's now 998 hits away from 4,000. You know what they say on that commercial, John? Jeter's got an edge. And he just knocked out Brendan Gomes from the game. So Joe Madden's going to go to the bullpen. Yankees threatening, runners on 1st and 2nd, 2 outs. They lead 4-3, looking for more. Let's look at the upcoming schedule, brought to you by Accel Express. Enjoy the journey. One more game before the All-Star break. It's tomorrow afternoon right here on Yes. Then 3 games off, and then it all starts again, second half of the season with 4 games against the Blue Jays in Toronto. 3,000 hits and now 3,002 hits. Derek is 4 for 4 with a home run, 2 singles, and a double. J.P. Howell, the new pitcher, to face Curtis Granderson. Granderson's 2 for 3. Howell deals, and there's a strike. Well, the ERA is nothing to be proud of. 15 hits in 13 and 2/3 innings. 8.56 ERA. Howell, one of 2 lefties in the bullpen for Tampa Bay. He's had a lot of arm problems over the last couple of years. Gardner's at second. Jeter is at first. The 0-1. 1-1. Runners go. And he throws in a stolen base on this great day. A double steal, 1 for Gardner, 1 for Jeter.
The Yankees have now stolen 18 consecutive bases without being caught, and unusual there with 2 outs, but they must have saw something with Howell. Gardner gets a great jump. Derek Jeter follows.
There's a strike. Nips the outside corner. 2-2. Big spot in the game. 4-3 Yankees lead. This would give them some breathing room. They're already into their bullpen. They've used Logan. And Girardi will try to mix and match the rest of the way to get the final 9 outs, but having a bigger lead would help matters. The 2-2. Bounced up there. Nice block by Jaso. And the count 3-2. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. And Granderson down on strikes. Big strikeout for Howell. Well, the Yankees lead, but this day's been about Derek Jeter. In the first inning, 2,999. In the third, hit number 3,000, a home run. In the fifth, a double to left. He came around to score. Here in the sixth, he's 4 for 4.
A sense of pride is exhilarating, and I think one other thing that probably makes it more exhilarating, I was sitting next to my wife and I said, you know, he's going to get number 3,000 with a home run. And I said, my goodness, I said, I'm afraid to make any more prognostications. No, it's exciting, it's euphoric. You can't come up with the words because of the fact that it's such a monumental level. It's a level so difficult for players to achieve. And to recognize that he did this and started that whole process back in 1992 is rewarding. It's almost got a parental feeling to it.
That's Dick Groch, and Kim Jones caught up with him right after Derek got the 3,000 hit. This guy should get into prognosticating because right around 1992 he predicted that Derek was going to the Hall of Fame, and that's happening. The Cadillac scoreboard, 4-3, Yankees lead. The 1-0 to Sean Rodriguez. Chop foul.
I love that last line right there. Parental feel to it when you're a scout and sign a player, and obviously Derek having a Hall of Fame career.
He's only the 4th player to have 4 hits during the game in which he recorded his 3,000th hit. The others, Gwynn, Brett, and Biggio. Biggio at 5. Swing and a miss.
You know, we can't even speak to it, but I'm sure it's got to be a tremendous sense of just relief once you get that 3,000th hit. You can go up there and just relax and play baseball again. 5 hits for Biggio, 4 for Derek today.
Slow roller to third. Nunez. gets Rodriguez. One away here in the seventh. This copper-added telecast is presented by authority of the New York Yankees and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. A look from Manhattan into the Bronx. And inside the ballpark, a crowd today, 48,103. A sellout here in Yankee Stadium as Joe Girardi will start the mixing and the matching. So he takes the ball from Boone Logan, who got both batters that he faced. Yankees leading this one 4-3. Stay right where you are. It's time for another look at today's Toyota text poll. Once again, the question, after Derek Jeter, who do you think will be the next player to reach 3,000 hits? You've been texting us at 58772, and here is how you voted. 71% say it's going to be Alex Rodriguez, and then it's close. Johnny Damon, Ivan Rodriguez, and Omar Vizquel. If you want to take a look at what the 3,000 hit ball looks like, here it is. We've got a picture of it on an iPhone. Let's see. There it is. There it is. Looks like any other ball, but it's got a lot more significance, especially for that man. Corey Wade deals to the pinch hitter Kelly Shopik. And the 1-0. Outside 2-0. These are the numbers on Wade. This is his 9th game, 9 innings, 7 hits, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. And now 3-0.
Well, we've seen Wade in his brief Yankee career have the ability to come out of the pen and throw a lot of strikes this afternoon, getting behind right away. 3-0. You can see the 5 home runs for Shopik.
There's a strike.
Batting average not impressive, but he does have some power.
That one is skied to center field. Going back, Granderson. He makes the play on the run for the second out. Why don't we check out the Rays in-game box score brought to you by McDonald's. Well, home run by B.J. Upton, a 2-run shot. A home run by Matt Joyce. He's 2 for 3. And that's it for the hitting. So 3 hits for the Tampa Bay Rays. And it accounts for 3 runs. Justin Ruggiano pinch hits for Reed Brignac. He grounds 1 foul. We're in the 7th inning. Those are the numbers for Ruggiano. The 0-1. Strike 0-2. Might get a chance to see Mariano Rivera today. He's had 5 days off. He last pitched on Sunday against the Mets. And Ruggiano swings and misses. So Wade goes down and takes the 2 Rays with him. At the end of 6.5 innings of play, Yankees lead the Rays 4-3. It's time for the 7th inning stretch, but we'll stay right here to honor America in New York.
Please rise and offer a moment of silent prayer as we remember the servicemen and women who are serving our country at home and around the globe. Thank you. Now join in Kate Smith's rendition of God Bless America.
To
That was a big-time tease by Curry. I want to see what he said now. Don't you, John?
Of course I do.
Jeter 3000 coming up after the game. 1-0 count on Teixeira. And there's a strike.
You're proud of Jack, aren't you? He's kind of growing up in this business
Jack's
now.
the
Throws
best.
a tease out there like that. You're
That's
parental.
unbelievable.
You're parental.
That was a great tease. He could have given the answer right there, but no. I kind of feel like Dick Roach right now. Swing and a miss. We've got some changes for the Rays, and we'll give you those changes as we move along. It'll be Teixeira, Cano, and Martin. They have the shift on. They shift with him hitting right-handed, which no other team does. The 3-2. Hammered foul.
You see some different things when you play the Rays, don't you? And Joe Madden, their manager, I mean, he never seems to throw the same lineup out there back-to-back days. He'll do some different things with the shifting of the defense. Some of his moves with the bullpen are questionable, but he has his team right there.
And a walk to Teixeira. There's no defense for that. New left fielder is Justin Ruggiano. Matt Joyce moves from left to right. The new shortstop is the old second baseman, Sean Rodriguez. And the new second baseman is the old right fielder, Ben Zobrist. And the new catcher is Kelly Shopik, taking over for John Jay, so he had pinch hit for him. Here's Robinson Cano.
Well, Michael, a lot of times at the end of the games you see all these switches for defensive purposes, and it seems like Joe Madden making some changes to try to get some offense going here in the middle of the game.
That one is ripped into right center field. A long run for Upton, and he hauls it in for the first out. Nice play by B.J. Upton. Time for the game summary, brought to you by your local Nissan dealer. Now, the Yankees lead 4-3, so there's the game aspect of it, but much of the summary is about Derek Jeter. In the third inning, hit number 3,000, a home run. He's 4 for 4, a double, a home run, and 2 runs scored. 28th player in big league history to reach 3,000 hits, and the second player in big league history to homer for that milestone hit. The other one being Wade Boggs, 4-8-0, leading 3-3-0. So the quest, at least for 3,000, is over. Russell Martin pounds one foul. There's a strike. David Robertson getting ready. Longoria deep and close to the line at third. The 0-2. Blocked by Shopik. Teixeira's at first, one man out, bottom of the 7th inning. Yankees up 4-3. Count now 2-2. Two. Three-two. It's high, so a walk with Teixeira running. Runners on first and second with one out. Well, by getting 2 runners on this inning, John, that means that Derek will at least. No, I'm still not sure that he might get a bat. The in-game box score for the Yankees brought to you by McDonald's. Yep, Derek Jeter's line jumps out at you. 4 for 4 on a day he needed 2 hits. The home run is 3,000th hit. Granderson, a ribby, 2 runs scored. And a lot of other guys came up to the plate, too. One more Yankee has to reach to ensure that Derek will get up in the 8th. Posada wraps one to left field, but right at Ruggiano for the second out.
Well, Jorge hits this ball hard, and you almost get the feeling this afternoon with Derek Jeter going for 3,000 that his good friend might do something as well, and he hits this ball hard, just nothing to show for it.
And Jeter will come up because without hitting to the double play there, well, there's one more batter this inning, and then that will ensure he comes up in the 8th. Joel Peralta is going to come in from the bullpen as Joe Madden signals for the right-hander to face Andrew Jones. Yankees have runners on first and second, 2 outs. Yankees Baseball on Yas is brought to you in part by J&R Music and Computer World, and by Toyota, the official hybrid of the New York Yankees. Why don't we check out the IOTV HD Super Shot, John, for the Jeter swing.
3,000th hit, a home run. Great shot there on Super Shot, and 2 old friends celebrating.
Joel Peralta, 30 hits in 39 and 2/3 innings. Pretty good numbers. And he will face Andrew Jones. Well, I would think, John, that, you know, with Peralta coming in and Andrew's difficulty in hitting righties this year, Nick Swisher must really be banged up if they're not even using him as a pinch hitter here.
Yeah, what did he get hurt on that Zobrist ball in the corner?
Yeah, his quad.
I don't remember anything from that play that really jumped out that it looked like he hurt himself, but obviously not available today.
Grounded to third. Longoria will go the short way, and that will do it as Peralta gets Andrew Jones on the ground ball. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 men left. We go to the 8th. Well, you can vote along with us for today's Chevy Player of the Game. Text your vote to 58772 or vote online at yesnetwork.com. Here are the candidates. Is it 1, the captain? Is it 2, number 2? Is it 3, Derek? Is it 4, Jeter? We're really not giving you much of a choice there, John.
Well, they don't throw the nickname Jeets in there?
Jeets, yeah. DJ3K. That's a write-in candidate. Vote now, make your voice heard. Standard text messaging rates apply. You know what's strange, John, is lost amidst all the Jeter stuff today. It's a pretty good game. Pretty good, and it means a lot, too.
Well, it does mean a lot, and I'm sure if you talk to Derek after this game, if the Yankees win, that's going to be probably one of his focus points, but obviously a big afternoon for him with the 4 hits, 3,000. The Yankees are right where they want to be right now. David Robertson in for the 8th inning. Mariano will be available today if the Yankees need him in the 9th.
Top of the 8th inning, top of the order, Johnny Damon. And there's a strike. Damon, when he was a Yankee, very close with Robertson. Both Johnny and his wife Michelle took in David and his wife Erin when they first got called up and showed him the big league ways. So here's a little matchup of two old friends. Damon is 0 for 3 today. High fly ball, deep right center, going back. Granderson still back. He's going to have to play it off the wall. Johnny Damon's going for 3, and he is going to make it. There's the tying run. So a triple off of Robertson.
Well, David Robertson has been so good this year. It's unusual to see a ball hit this hard off of his curveball. We'll get another look at it, and it just kind of rolled up there. Didn't have that good bite. I'm sure he wanted to bounce it. Did not execute the pitch, and he paid the price. Curtis Granderson falls down. That's going to make it an easy triple for Johnny Damon.
Well, David Robertson always seems to work himself into a little bit of a jam and then does his Houdini act to get out of it. Can he do it now as the Yankees bring the infield in with Ben Zobrist at the plate?
Well, we know he's such a strikeout pitcher, the ability to pick up some swings and misses, and that's what he's looking for here against Zobrist. Not an easy task.
Fastball strike.
Joe Girardi going with the infield in.
Quickly ahead in the count, 0-2.
When you're in this situation, either a pitcher or a catcher early in the count, you try to jam a hitter maybe to get him to pop up or hit a weak ground ball. But when you jump out ahead 0-2, you're definitely thinking strikeout, elevate a fastball up out of the zone, see if Zobrist will chase, or you can try to bounce that curveball, trusting Russell Martin to block it behind the plate.
The 0-2. Ground ball up the middle, base hit, tie game. Johnny Damon scores. Zobrist picks up an RBI single, and it is 4-4. Hangar One Vodka is touring the country this summer in their 120-foot blimp, telling the story of their unique vodka made in an aircraft hangar in California. Great day to be in a blimp and looking down on the greatest city in the world. And today, Yankee Stadium is the epicenter of the baseball world, with Derek Jeter's chase for 3,000. Now a chase for a victory. Here's Longoria. And a strike.
You know the Rays will be aggressive on the base paths. We'll see if Zobrist is going to try to steal, get himself in scoring position.
Runner goes, throw to second, and they are running wild on the Yankees today as Zobrist moves to second on the steal.
Well, that's Rays baseball. Joe Madden loves this style, aggressive, stealing bags. An offense that really hasn't gotten the job done this year, trying to manufacture a little bit here. Great jump by Zobrist. Tough pitch to throw on that fastball in.
4 stolen bases without being caught today. The 1-1 popped up. Cano drifts into shallow right, called off by Andrew Jones. And Jeter cuts off the throw as Zobrist stays put at second. Here's Casey Kochman. Casey is 0 for 3. He has a 6-game hitting streak on the line. Go ahead run at second. That's Ben Zobrist. We're in the top of the 8th. Robertson serves up a triple to open the inning. Then Zobrist a single through the drawn and infield to tie the game. Then he steals second, move in the scoring position. Longoria pops up to shallow right. And that's where we are right now with 1 out, runner at second.
Looks like they're going to intentionally walk Casey Kochman here with first base open. Behind in the count 2-0. It's a gutsy decision by Joe Girardi. Upton has been a hot hitter. 2-run home run in this ball game.
Follow the New York Yankees with the MLB.com @Bat11 app for your iPhone, iPad, Android, or BlackBerry. Get live audio, pitch-by-pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. Text @Bat to 31826 or visit Yankees.com for details. There's a strike to Upton. Upton with a 2-run home run today. Also walked. He's 1 for 2. He was 2 for 4 on Thursday. Also a 2-run home run. He had 3 ribbies on Thursday. He has 7 home runs in his last 14 games. Little conference on the mound. It is a gutsy call here. You're electing to go after one of the hotter hitters. And you feel more comfortable with that righty-righty matchup than the one against Kochman.
Yeah, I think this is more of a, you know, usually in this situation you'll say, oh, they're playing for a double play, but Upton, a guy who runs well, it'll be tough to double him up. So the righty-righty matchup Joe Girardi feels better about.
Count 1-1.
You have Matt Joyce on deck, who's having a nice afternoon as well. Left-handed hitter. A lot to think about for Joe Girardi here in the 8th inning.
Fakes the throw to second. And again, making Zobrist dive back twice. This time they do make the throw. This time he doesn't slide in.
Paying an awful lot of attention. You wonder if the Yankees have some information on Zobrist when he's on second base and some scouting reports.
Got a big lead right now. Boy, after that throw to second, John, he probably expanded his lead by another couple of feet. He was really off the bag.
Yeah, daring David Robertson to do it again. Paid attention to him 3 times in a row. This matchup here with Upton, I think he can throw that fastball up in the zone a couple of times. On Thursday we saw Upton hit his home run on a slider. If you're David Robertson, you really, if you throw an off-speed pitch, make sure you bounce it.
1-2. Goes with the fastball upstairs. The pitch. He struck him out, a foul tip, held on by Martin. 2 away. Big strikeout of B.J. Upton. So at this point, the strategy works.
And David Robertson did not play around. He just came right at him with that fastball, little foul tip that Russell Martin is able to hold on to.
There's Matt Joyce, 2 for 3. Had a big home run in the second inning. Gave the Rays a early 1-0 lead. And that one's popped up. Brett Gardner will fight the sun. He'll make the play, and that'll do it. But Robertson gives up the lead. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Derek Jeter's due up 3rd. Let's check out tomorrow's starting pitchers, brought to you by Verizon Fios. Visit us online at verizon.com/getFios to get the best deals on Fios. Good pitching matchup. An all-star James Shields against a guy who should be an all-star, CC Sabathia. Great pitching matchup. Our coverage begins at 12:30 with the pregame show. 105, 107 first pitch from that place, Yankee Stadium. Eduardo Nunez will lead off against Joel Peralta. Also, I want to remind everybody, immediately following this game, it's not your regular postgame, it's Jeter 3000. It'll be a comprehensive look at Jeter, an interview with Jeter. Obviously, you'll see the home run a couple of times as well. Everything you want to know about Derek Jeter and that milestone that he accomplished in the 3rd inning today, it's on Jeter 3000. That one is a hot shot inside 3rd and down the left field line. Nunez rounds first. He's going to 2nd. The ball gets away from Ruggiano, but he stops right there, does Nunez. He'll take a double to open up the 8th.
Well, he was thinking about a triple, and he kind of had some trouble getting to second base with his footing, and that made him change his mind that he was going to stay at second, but he had a triple on his mind as Ruggiano had a little trouble. Slider hangs, good bat speed, drills it right down the left field line. It's out of the reach of a diving Longoria. Michael, now you start thinking Derek Jeter an opportunity as you see the misstep there around second base, and Nunez takes it back. You start thinking about a possibility of a base hit to put the Yankees ahead.
It's all set up. Now, what do you do here, John? You definitely bunt?
I definitely bunt.
Well, they're expecting that. They're in on the grass at corners. A 4-4 game, bottom of the 8th. And it's a bunt. It's a beauty. As Longoria makes the throw to Zobrist, the sacrifice successful. 5-4 moving to 3rd is Nunez, and coming to the plate, Derek Jeter.
Derek Jeter, number 2.
Well, Derek has handled this day in style. He needed 2 hits. He got a single in the 1st, a home run in the 3rd. Since then, a double in the 5th, a single in the 6th, a stolen base. He has 2 career 5-hit games, and he's a triple away from the cycle today. So the infield is in for the Rays. It's Peralta against Jeter. The go-ahead run is at 3rd. We're in the bottom of the 8th. It's a 4-4 game. And there's a strike. His home run in the 3rd, first one at the stadium since July 22nd of last year. His 3rd home run of the year. One and one. The 1-1. Pulled the string. Jeter way out in front, 1-2.
Yeah, nice pitch right there from Peralta. Change up inside, and you notice Shopik setting up in. So by design, fools Derek Jeter. You don't see that often, a right-hander throwing a change up in on a right-handed batter.
And the 1-2. Grounded up the middle and through for a base hit. Jeter's 5 for 5. And the fairy tale just keeps getting sweeter. Oh, and the Yankees lead 5-4. Kind of hard to believe, John.
Now, this place is going nuts. And Derek Jeter, the 5th hit on the afternoon. What did Mr. Jeter say? We got to find a way to win a game. Well, his son takes care of that. It's not over yet, obviously, but a go-ahead RBI base hit. Yankees lead 5-4.
Only the second player in history to get 5 hits on the day that he got his 3,000th. The other one, Craig Biggio. Mariano, who's been with Jeter for all 3,003 hits. He's ready to pitch the 9th inning. There's a strike. The infield backs up now with a runner on first, looking for the double play. That's Derek's 3rd career 5-hit game, the first time he's done it since June 21st of 2005. So over 6 years. Count 2-1. With his 5 hits, Derek has jumped his average from 257 to 270. And you'd all have to admit, as you've sat here and watched this game, that the unbelievable quotient is off the charts. He's also just now achieved the first 5-hit game at the new Yankee Stadium. And Biggio made an out in that game. Derek is 5 for 5. Count 3-2. Swan and miss. Jeter is thrown out trying to steal. They strike him out, throw him out, double play. So 1 negative mark on the day. He gets thrown out trying to steal. But an amazing day in the Bronx for Derek Jeter. A go-ahead RBI, his 5th hit of the game. Fairy tales can come true, and it's happened to 2. Well, the Yankees go to the top of the 9th inning with a 5-4 lead in a magical afternoon in New York City. Derek Jeter needed 2 hits to get to 3,000. He is 5 for 5. And how apropos that his teammate from the very beginning, when he came up, In the middle of 1995, Mariano was there, and he's still here all these years later, 17 years, and he will try to close out this magical afternoon for Derek Jeter, 1-1 with 21 saves, 1.91 ERA. The last time we saw Mo, 2 outs, bottom of the 9th inning, Citi Field. Yankees had a lead, but the Mets came back, tied the score, won it in extra innings. Mo has been shut down with a little bit of a pain in his elbow, and this is his first appearance back on the mound 5 days later on the 6th day.
Yeah, Mariano says he's ready to go. We'll pay attention to his location early, but you're right, Michael. Fitting that he is on the mound here with an opportunity to close this game out on a big day by the captain, Derek Jeter.
He's going to face the bottom of the order, starting with Sean Rodriguez. Then it's Kelly Shopik and Justin Ruggiano. Yankees trying to hold on for a 1-run victory. Foul back. Mariano has not allowed a run here at Yankee Stadium all year. He has had an outstanding season. Chosen for the All-Star team. He is not going to go to rest the elbow. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. And the count is 0-2. 13 for 13 at home. He's actually let 4 get away on the road. 8 for 12. 21 total.
With that long layoff, he quickly jumps ahead here. 0-2. 2 pretty good pitches. Cutter away, sinker in.
Count 1-2. Strike 3. Rodriguez down looking.
It's like the same old Mariano Rivera to me. Cutter inside, comes back to the inside corner. He gets a call from home plate umpire Jim Wolf.
There's Kelly Shopik. Pinch hit for Jaso in the 7th and flied out to center. Strike. It was Mariano, Jeter, Posada, and Pettit. They called them the core 4. Here since '95, contributing to the 5 championships. Now it's down to the key 3 with Andy Pettit back home in Texas, retiring following last season. The 1-1. 2-1. They all came up through the system together. Burst upon the scene in '95. Mo is a starter. Posada backing up. Actually is a pinch runner in the '95 playoffs. Derek Jeter coming up as an injury replacement and getting his first base hit on May 30th of 1995. There's a fly ball to deep center. Backing up Granderson. Still backing up on the track. He makes the play at the wall. That ball kept traveling, and Granderson used up all of the ballpark with his back against the fence.
Mentioned Shopik has some power. The batting average is not impressive, but he hits this ball well to center field. Looked like Granderson was camped, and then all of a sudden he's got to hustle to get right back in front of the wall and make the play. Good extension.
And that's going to bring up Ruggiano. Fouled away. A sellout crowd of 48,103, most of them on their feet. They've already seen what they came to see, Derek Jeter get his 3,000th hit. Now they'd like to see it capped off, the cherry on top, a Yankee victory. And a Yankee win would make the day an awful lot sweeter for Derek Jeter as well. Count 1-1. Grounded to third, Nunez, and the Yankees win. 5-4, and Derek Jeter's day is complete. History with an exclamation point. 5 for 5. A member of the 3,000 hit club, only the 28th man in the history of baseball, and the first New York Yankee ever. What an afternoon in New York City for Derek Jeter and the Yankees.
Well, the man who's all about winning baseball games, the Yankees pick up a win, and Derek Jeter able to have a huge afternoon. 5 hits, number 3,000, a home run, and then a base hit to give the Yankees the lead that Mariano Rivera was able to hold there for the 9th inning. A great day all the way around for the Yankees and for Derek Jeter and his family.
Stick around for the postgame show to find out who's today's Chevy player of the game. It started in the first inning. A single through the left side, hit number 2,999. And then in the third, in dramatic fashion, he gets his 3,000th hit, a home run into the seats and left. An amazing moment at the stadium. Then he doubled in the 5th. He singled in the 6th, and the game-winning hit in the 8th. A single drew the drawn-in infield. And Derek Jeter hits the milestone in dramatic fashion, and now he is with our very own Kimberly Jones on the field. Kim?
He is indeed, Michael, and Mariano just handed him the ball. Derek, with everything that went into today, 3,000, a home run to do it, the only man to reach 3,000 and go 5 for 5 in the game. And by the way, the game winner in the bottom of the 8th. Could you have scripted anything this perfect?
No, I really couldn't. You know, I've been lying to you guys this whole time. I had a lot of pressure on me these few days here in New York, and you know, after I had my first at bat and got that first hit, I relaxed a little bit. But the most important thing is we were able to win, and I'm happy I had a chance to contribute.
What are you thinking as you watch your second at bat land in the left field?
Well, I hit it good. You know, I was hoping that you wouldn't catch it, but you know, I saw it was in the gap. Hitting the home run's the last thing I ever thought about. I just wanted to hit the ball hard. I feel as though I've been swinging the bat pretty good since I've been back, and I got a good pitch to hit, and I was fortunate to hit it out.
And then take us through that moment. Do your feet feel like they touch the ground as you round the bases and hear the crowd and your teammates await?
I'd tell you it was fun. You know, I felt a lot of relief after it was over with, but yeah, it's definitely something that I'll remember my entire life.
You told us you would tell us after you achieved the milestone, and now you have. Is there more happiness or relief?
Both. You know, I'm happy that I had the opportunity to do it. More importantly, do it here at Yankee Stadium, but there's also relief because I was trying to do it here.
We talked to your father during the game, and the first thing he said was, we have to get a win today. So we know where you get that, but to do it on a day when you also get the winning RBI, that seems like it fits the whole body of your work in this long, great career.
Well, yeah, that's most important. I mean, after you get the 3,000 hit, you know, I was happy, but we still had a game to win. And, you know, Gardy did a great job getting Nunez to third, and I'm just trying to stay up the middle, and fortunately found a hole.
The 28th man to reach 3,000, Derek, but the first Yankee to do it. When you really process that and reflect on it, what does that mean to you when you appreciate all the greats who have worn this uniform?
It's hard to believe, like I've told you guys leading up to this. It's something that I never thought, you know, was possible. I wasn't trying to do it. I just try to come out here, play hard every day, and if you do that, I guess good things happen.
What does this sound like right now?
It's a lot of fun.
What would you say to all of these fans if you got a chance to address them?
Well, thanks for coming. Thanks for the support throughout the years. Like I said, I'm most happy that I've done them, got them all in this uniform and playing for this organization.
And they spent the whole afternoon thanking you. It was a very special day that everyone here is so happy they were a part of.
It was. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you, Derek. Michael, back to you.
I think we're all happy to be here. 48,103 fans happy to be here as well. And Derek Jeter achieves a historic milestone here at the stadium. The first Yankee ever to pick at 3,000 hits, and what a way to do it with one swing as it settles into the seats in left field. And Derek Jeter goes 5 for 5. The Yankees win and he's the 28th man to pick up 3,000 hits in the first Yankee. Yankees beat the Tampa Bay Rays 5-4. That's the sidebar. The main event, though, is the Land Rover drive of the game. This wasn't a tough one to pick out, John.
No, this was a very easy decision. Hit number 3,000 for Derek Jeter. A home run happened in the bottom of the third inning. That's a long home run right there. Your Land Rover drive of the game. Family loves it. Derek, a little smile. The teammates start to celebrate and let the celebration begin at home plate. It was your Land Rover drive of the game. Congratulations, Derek.
Ever since he was a kid, who came up to the Yankees as a rookie in '96 as the starting shortstop, he has had a flair for the dramatic, and on this day, certainly no different. Amazing performance by Jeter under an extraordinary amount of pressure. 5-10-0, 4-5-0 for the Rays. Time of the game, 3:09. Robertson the win, Rivera the save, Peralta took the loss. Jeter 5 for 5. Let's talk about a double home run, game-winning ribby. 28th player in Major League history with 3,000 hits. Second player to homer for his 3,000th hit. Wade Boggs the other. Second player with 5 hits on the day reached 3,000. Craig Biggio the other. He was 5 for 6 that day. And Derek Jeter, the first New York Yankee to get 3,000 hits, all in that uniform. Coming up on the Yes Network, stay tuned for the Jeter 3000 Tribute Special. Special thanks to senior producer Bill Bolin, director John Wilson, vice president of operations Ed Delaney, our supervising producer Woody Fryman, and the executive producer of the Yes Network is Mr. John J. Filippelli. Join us again tomorrow for Yankees baseball as the Bombers take on the Rays from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Coverage will begin at 12:30 on the Yes Network. Once again, the final score, the Yankees 5 and the Tampa Bay Rays 4. An unbelievable day in the Bronx. It continues, though, as we go to our tribute special, Jeter 3000.